Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
You know, I'm not the biggest fan of technology, so I need these kinds of stories to remind me and all of us, we need these stories. That technology
is a good thing.
Is it can be so good. So an extension to like a morning pick-me-up here.
There's more good than bad to it, for sure. It's just the bad sticks out. And when it stops working, it really sticks out. There's a whole lot more good to it.
Yeah, just there's so much potential, bad.
It's like
with not just AI, but I mean tech.
A lot of this stuff is created for good.
I know.
To help us.
Yeah.
And then that element, somebody finds a way to manipulate it and turn it bad.
Well, remember, tech is more than social media. That's what the AI and the focus, that winds up being the discussion. Mm-hmm. But what cranks your car up and makes it safer to drive today is technology.
Yes.
You know, what is able to do scans and detect things early and has for years is technology.
Yeah.
And, and Sam's favorite, self-checkout at the grocery store, is...
Yeah.
But so that's why I say there's more good to technology than bad, because there's so much AI discussion today.
Yeah.
Everybody tends to immediately gravitate to AI, and that's not technology.
You're right.
It's just technology.
That just feels weird to us. But I don't even know if I have a favorite tech. You said, his is self-checkout, but I will say this. This is the second story this week where someone's phone saved their life. And I'm in love with these stories.
Okay.
It's this Ohio teenager who her truck crashed into a tree. She plunged down into a river, and her Apple Watch automatically, the crash detection. We've known about that. That's happened a lot. We have a friend whose sister got into a bad car accident. Everybody in the family started getting crash detection text. Anyway, the Apple Watch called 911, and so dispatchers were called out to save her. Meanwhile, her truck went 15 feet down a ravine into the river. She was upside down in her vehicle with water coming in. She's 19 years old. Her name is Andy. She tried to remain calm while it was dark, it was cold, and her truck was filling up with water. She was swallowing some water. She was able to breathe through a 4-inch gap in the vehicle's floorboard. I'm taking you there, seriously, until the dispatcher, there was a dispatcher that stayed on the line with her, I guess, because I guess she was able to talk. Anyway, they were wearing cold water suits when they broke her driver window to reach her. And they cut her seatbelt off of her and pulled her out of the vehicle. And she's alive because of that. And she only suffered some minor injuries.
That's amazing.
Otherwise, would anyone have even known that had happened?
No, they might not have. And this is the double-edged sword of privacy. And look, I respect that there are people that have privacy concerns. There's some people that they don't want smart speakers in their home. They don't want to turn any of the things on their phones that, could potentially violate privacy. But as I've learned, just with, and Android's got the same things too, but just moving back into the iPhone world, I've learned so much. Because my Apple Watch can be submerged to 20 feet, something like that. But it will absolutely detect. It detects things with heart rate. It can send warnings. I mean, there's so many different health things. Now, you have to agree to a lot of the privacy settings for it to, to communicate those things.
For it to know this, it has to have
That's
access.
Why it's called a smart watch. I mean, it tracks my heartbeat. It tells me when I need to get up after, sitting for an hour. And my Galaxy Watch would do a lot of those same things, track my steps. It's little bitty things that you don't, think about. But the safety alerts are just huge. There's so many angles that you can go with that these smartwatches, can do. And I think that I'm one of those where I know I've said it before. I've already had my social security number out on the dark web. Not so much worried about any privacy anymore whatsoever. I'll agree to all of it now because it makes me think about Jodi when the girls were younger. You remember that? The first time we put Life 360 on our oldest daughter Taylor's phone?
She was so aggravated.
Oh, man. She was like, this is creepy. And I explained at that time, I said, look, it's on me and Mom's phone, too. And understand, we're not asking you to do anything we're not doing ourselves. And just, Taylor, I'm type 1 diabetic. Hopefully for my entire life that there will never be an issue. But there have absolutely been times when people had unexpected lows. They got into accidents. They disappeared. They couldn't communicate or whatever. And, if that happens to me, you'll at least be able to find me or the last location for my phone. So there's a benefit to it.
Yeah. I think she's over it now.
Your Apple Watch send information off, like your heartbeat and all that, or can you opt out of that, or does it not even offer that option?
It offers all of it if you want to track it. It'll track as much as you want. I mean, it's surprising to me how in depth that it will do. And it's not just Apple Watch again, but anybody that's used iFit and Apple Watch for years, this is not new technology either.
No.
Runners,
Just a new
exercisers,
story.
right, exactly. It just keeps getting better and more robust. The reason you have to agree to the privacy is because it's going to the cloud to process it so it can send the information back to you, or calculations, or share it with your iPhone, or share it with your laptop, or or with other people that you share with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another one this week too. Maybe you guys remember it. We touched on it briefly in 3 Things to Know. I marveled at this story too. This skier who was buried in an avalanche for about 4 hours. That sounds awful.
He lost consciousness, didn't he?
Yeah, he was located after his wife noticed that through the Find My iPhone app that he wasn't moving. That's what's so funny about these apps. You're right. We have Life 360, and sometimes
I've got
when
Find My
ironically
iPhone now.
Taylor will be, we're waiting for you. Like we're waiting for Murphy to go out to dinner or something like that. Can you believe that, Sam? And then so Taylor will pick it up and go, he's not far, but he's walking. Did he go to the store? You can see walking, you can see driving,
Yeah.
you can see standing still, which is good, especially when we're waiting for him to take us to dinner. But anyway, back to this man. His name is Michael Harris. He wasn't moving anymore. She saw that. Her intuition was like, this isn't right. And she's correct. If he was supposed to be skiing, he should have been moving, and he wasn't moving for a long time. She alerted Ski Patrol, used his device data, and they found him and dug him out. He was trapped upright in what he described as a snow hole. He was not able to move or reach his iPhone or his Apple Watch at all. That's how tightly snow can pack you. An avalanche is a scary thought.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've heard and read accounts where people, or it's been determined that if you are caught in an avalanche and you die, he's lucky he was alive.
Hypothermia.
Right. So, he's recovering from hypothermia right now. Anyway, he could hear and feel his phone vibrating when she was trying to reach him. So anyway, she contacted Ski Patrol. They drove to the area using that data. They were able to locate him, and they dug him out of several feet of snow. At first, in the first couple of days, he wasn't even able to move. He suffered hypothermia, a broken bone, and some other injuries, but he is recovering. The people at the hospital have referred to him as Miracle Avalanche Man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people don't survive that. Mm-hmm. And then the Find My iPhone thing is what, and his wife's intuition saved him.
The location services, all that kind of stuff. Well, so I was just looking it up here, and Sam, just so you know, you don't have to have a watch, although the watch, I guess, will make some of these things work better for you. But the health tracker inside of iPhone, and I'm guessing this is everybody that's got one, hypertension, ECG, so I guess electrocardiogram, your watch can do that. Your earpods can test your hearing. Blood pressure log.
That's important for a lot of people, the log, I guess.
I'm going to scan back to, it just went down to summary. But anyway, I was looking for the rest of the things that you can set up. Health checklist. Yeah, here we go. Sleep apnea notifications, medical ID, crash detection, fall detection, walking steadiness notifications, high heart rate, low heart rate, cardio, steadiness, irregular rhythm, blood oxygen, noise notifications, which that one goes off for me every now and then on my watch if something's too loud around that's supposed to be bad for your ears. And then if you have AFib history, you can add that too. So it can track all of those things, which is it's so impressive.
Yeah.
And, there may be premium features that cost more money, but most of this basic stuff is just, it's baked in. It's accessible to everybody now that has one.
Both of these stories baked in.
Correct.
Things.
You know what? You
standard.
Never know. In those cases, by default, some of those things may have been turned on and they didn't even know.
Right.
Yeah.
How many things are turned on? Have you ever dug into all that? It's just like too much information.
Yeah,
whatever.
Agree. Yes. Location? Yes, absolutely. Share. Yeah.
So it's just wanted to point those out because, I know I seem anti-tech, but that's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Some crazy good stuff from this week, from our time.
Do you, Sam, do you do any of the location sharing stuff?
Parker and I share location through iPhone.
Nice.
Everybody else in my family, all the other kids, are on Life 360. I don't know what Parker's hang up is with Life 360.
Wow.
But I think he wants to just share with me, so
he doesn't want his twin to know where he is or whatever.
Parker, well, I mean, you just don't ask. You go, okay, as long as I can find you, good.
Well, and isn't Find My Phone, that's free, though, and Life 360 is a subscription.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got the free Life 360, but apparently there is something on texting where you can leave your location on texting.
Oh, okay.
That's what Parker chooses over Life 360.
Okay.
I personally don't care because as long as I can see him, I'm good with it.
Sure.
Yeah. Like you said, his sister can't see him, but.
And what about your mom? Do you track her in any way, shape, or form?
No, I don't. Yeah, you're probably right. I wonder if I can get her on 360.
Would she agree to it?
Oh, she wouldn't mind it.
Then
It's just walking her through the process.
Where you find that?
Yeah, I don't have the 360 on my phone.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.